in America that you can run for the presidency, become a vice president, and there's no real requirement to know the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and more than anything else, the Constitution of the United States. How is that? If you become a nurse or a doctor, you have to study biology. Why? Chemistry. Why? We're talking about the human body and our bodies, our well-being being properly taken care of in the event that there's an injury. Yet, the very core of America, the very foundation upon which it stands, there's no requirement to know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or the Declaration of Independence, the very foundations of this country. You know, I've been saying this off and on throughout this my channel now for off and on for a few years. And I haven't said anything on this political note for some time. But it's more than a note. It's troubling. You know, so are we not being failed if there's no accountability, there's no need, quote unquote, because it's not mandatory to know the Constitution, the foundation that gives us our freedoms that we enjoy? The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. 4th of July, Declaration of Independence, that we all celebrate and remember and are thankful for. Yet, if you become a doctor or a nurse working in the medical field, you have to study chemistry, biology, anatomy. What's wrong with this picture? You know, I find this very troubling, very frustrating, and it needs to be a requirement. I'm all for Trump, and I pray that he makes it, gets into office. This is a critical time in our history. Things are really going out in left field. I don't like and not sure about where this potential vice president's coming from when he states that this is not the same republic, the Republican Party that your grandparents grew up with. What exactly is behind that statement? What's he thinking? I've heard about and I've done a little research on what's known as this Project 2025. It needs to be thrown out. It's 1,000 pages of changes for the next Republican president. But then who is this person or organization to dictate? This is America. No dictation here. No dictating here. To say this Project 2025 is to be implemented? Really? We the people. They want to do away with the police force, and the National Guard will become our police force. Wait a minute. That's martial law. Huh. They want the president to have the last authority, the last. Hi, Danielle, Amanda, the Nubby, and the short edged. So I'm really concerned about this 2020 Project 2025. If we have a one leader with all the authority, is that not like Hitler? Is that not a setup for control, total control over the people? And need to dive into this proposition or project 2025. It's all over the internet. You can Google it. Lots of information. But in the bigger picture, there's some concerns with that if it's ever implemented, big time concerns and problems. Talk about violations of our Constitution. All kinds of violations concerning our Constitution regarding this Project 2025. I have a question. If Kamala gets elected, what do you think would happen? Will she better than Biden? Will she be better than Biden? I am very concerned about Kamala becoming president for many reasons. Proof's in the pudding. And unfortunately, this administration presently has caused our economics to take a nosedive. Here in California, we don't need minimum wage increase. We need prices to go down. Minimum wage was never created or designed. This generation has no clue, unfortunately. So, if you're in your 20s, 30s, I want you to know, if you don't know, many of you are not aware that minimum wage was created for the purpose so that when you're out of high school, you have no real job experience. Minimum wages was designed to give you work experience and pay you a little bit so you can, start learning how to pay bills and take care of yourself and start beginning to give you some job training so you can start developing and having work experience. And it wasn't designed for adults to live on. It was never designed for adults to live on. It was for teenagers living at home that give them a little bit of money in their pocket. They could save and purchase a car and pay a little rent and have money to take care of themselves with and learning how to become an adult and take care of themselves and be responsible, productive, living, breathing souls here in America. Are you voting for Democrat or Republican this year? I believe that until proven different, Trump is the best thing we have going. I truly believe, until proven otherwise, that Trump is for all Americans, in betterment of the people. And so that's where I personally stand. Biden, proof's in the pudding. Our economy's terrible. Prices went up. I knew the stimulus was not going to be a good thing. I knew the stimulus, they were going to get their money back one way or another. And let me tell you what, they're getting their money in quadruple proportions by the increase of everything. Gas prices here in California are $4+. Depending on where you live, it could be 5. If you're in a rich neighborhood like Beverly Hills, Brentwood, areas like that, $5.56 a gallon. Poor neighborhoods, $4 plus, $3.50 plus, depending. Minimum wage shouldn't be $15 an hour. Trump hates all that aren't YT, YouTube. YT? I'm not sure what you mean by YT, Gilbert. And he has shown that over and over. I don't know what you mean by YT. What do you mean? Spell out YT so I know what you're referring to. You're killing me. I know you don't really believe that. Let me back up here. Are you voting on Democrat Republican this year? The shot is, let's see. Okay. All right. We're up to date. White. Okay. Trump hates all that aren't white, and he has shown that over and over. I don't necessarily believe or agree with that, because if you look at the people that are voting for him that are around his stage, you see black people, you see Mexican people, you see all races of people. You even see different nationalities and people behind him that are on the stand. And I don't know how you get there in that position, but obviously that represents him. That's all fixed. I don't know if that's all fixed. Is it to manipulate the people, the public? I just don't think that's the case. Could it be? Yeah, it could be. All right, let me see. Ghost Rider 1, USMC. Thank you for your supporting our country there, for your service. Warning to all that depose the money you need to pay your bills. The rest is kept in a safe home. You're going to need this cash, and all this garbage comes out and it crashes. Yes, it does. All right, question. Do you think handling of COVID was better under Trump or Biden? I believe Trump was doing well. I remember Trump making a statement, but he was trying to make a point, and it got blown out of the water. He made a statement, I heard it. Maybe the scientists will come up by taking bleach and mixing it and creating a solution for, getting rid of COVID. Well, and they made a big deal out of him saying that they're going to put bleach in your blood. My point, he was trying to make a point that scientists have the ability to use whatever it takes, whatever the need is, to kill it. He was just being casual and making this statement, and then the media and everybody pounced on him for making that statement. Come on. He was just making a point. This is America. We can come up with a cure, And that's what I understood when the statement was made, and I don't think I stand alone. But, the media wants to exaggerate everything and blow everything out of proportion and, go for a touchdown in the wrong direction. So, anyways, I think Trump was doing really well. But getting back to what the subject of this live is, if you're running for president, you're running for any type of governmental office, you should know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence. Like I was using for the example, if you're a nurse, you have to study anatomy, you have to study biology, you have to study science, you have to study all these things to be a nurse, and doctors even more so, right? real intense. But you can become a president and you don't have to know the Constitution. You don't have to know the Bill of Rights. You don't have to know the Declaration of Independence. Whoa, wait a minute. What's wrong with this picture? This is America. This is a foundation to America. And it's not a mandatory thing that this is something that you need to know. Come on. You want to be the president, yet no big deal if you don't really know or understand the Constitution or the Bill of Rights or the Declaration of Independence. This is serious stuff, man. This is what gives us the freedoms we enjoy. It affords us the freedoms that we have. And they're slowly being chiseled away and removed. Hello. But if this gets turned around, I pray that this gets turned around and it becomes a requirement. Although, I don't know if that's going to happen. But if I don't put this out there, then I feel like I failed myself and America, I at least need to, it only takes a spark to get the fire going, If you on your channels start talking about the same subject matter, where if you're running for the presidency, you should be studying and understanding the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence. There are classes out there that people hold for free that you can go and learn the Constitution from. The way things are worded, it's really basic, but if you don't, and it's because of how we word things and speak today, it's not quite the same, kind of like reading the King James Bible. But if you study it, you'll know it. You'll start doing the research and understanding it, like anything else. So it's not difficult, and there's lots of information out there and easily found, readily available. Okay, I got disconnected. So anyways, pardon me for a minute here. So we need to know, we the people need to know the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Constitution ourselves. And that's not something that most people know. And it should be common knowledge that we all know this and understand this, so that we can hold those that are in office accountable, whether it's law enforcement or our government. But they capitalize on the fact that they know that most people today do not know or understand any of this, or very few. And it's very important that we do. So take the time, do the research, and learn it. I'm going to have to end this broadcast here in a minute. So, just bear with me.
Put it in park.
I'm YouTubing. We're going to go park?
We're going to go eat breakfast.
Okay, we'll get in for a minute. All right, so as I was saying, I appreciate everyone being here. Don't forget, my channel is usually home improvement, how to paint, how to tile, how to do construction type work, and I show it to you up close and personal. But anyways, this is a subject matter that's heavy on my mind and has been off and on for some time. And with it being a presidential year, this is real important and good time to bring it up. So if you don't know the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, or the Declaration of Independence, go to the library, pick up a real book, Google, get information, and verify it to know the facts. And please, take the time to study. You'll be glad you did. And then you can hold those in authority over you or us accountable for what they do and how they operate. So be wise and do the research. All right, this is Home Improvement Tips, aka Easy 2 Tips and Tricks. And as I always say, never give up, because there's always a way. Always. Bye for now. God bless. Keep this country in prayer, this presidency in prayer, and keep looking up. Bye for now. I'm Ken, and I'm out. And bye. Thanks for being here.